Hello, BIFF Nation. I'm Greg Girard, Executive Director of the Beloit International Film Festival. Welcome to 2021. This is a different kind of BIFF, and it's a different kind of a reveal party. We do it every year. This year, we're having a drive-through reveal instead of our usual festivities out at the Hampton. This is something completely new and different for us, so hang in there with us. I think we've already had some cars pulling up here. This is your opportunity to get a brand new copy of our 2021 Beloit Daily News BIFF program. We've got runners out here at Iron Tech. It's at 635 3rd Street, Iron Tech, 635 3rd Street, just a stone's throw from the YMCA. You're going to see some yellow BIFF flags out there in the snowbanks and in front of the building. That's where we're at. I'm actually looking out there right now. I'm behind the glass, and yep, I see cars. Fantastic. And we've even got Anna Kelly's got her Latin dance club disco lights outside, so I can hardly miss this place. And boy, we're so glad to be here and be getting this BIFF journey started. It's been a lot of planning and studying and wringing our hands and hoping that we could come up with something that at least approximates the fun that we usually have at BIFF every year. And this is the start of it. We're not a TV station, but we're going to try to be one tonight. Shout out to KP Kazubowski, who's running tech for us and operating this little TV studio of ours all the way from River West in Milwaukee. So, yeah, this is a trick. I like it. We're global. It's virtual. And we're here until 8 o'clock. You know, throw the fam in the car. Come on down here and feel the excitement. You can feel it from 3rd Street. Okay. Once again, welcome everybody. We've got a nice big long list of people that we're going to spend some time with. People that are involved with the festival, some of our partners, and also we're going to talk about this book right here. This is the way it looks. This is our new style and for 2021. Once again, Beloit Daily News, fantastic. It just gets better and better looking every year, and it's chock-a-block with all the information that you need to fully enjoy the BIFF that you have come to know and love. All right, you'll have to pardon me. I'm a little giddy right now. But we've got, as I mentioned, we've got a long list of, oh, that was my cue. Okay. We've got a big list of peoples out there that we're going to be talking to. And incidentally, before we get started, Sabrina, I just want to remind everybody out there, if you're getting in your car to come here and you can hear my voice, you can go to 94.7 on your FM dial, and you might be able to hear this stuff on your car radio as you're getting close. Maybe within an 1/8 of a mile, I think we might be. Our little transmitter will transmit. So join in the fun. First up on the agenda, Sabrina Krejci, social media director and hospitality goddess from BIFF every year. Welcome to the broadcast. Sabrina, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, Greg? Can you hear me okay?
It's been a long, yeah, I'm going to pull my microphone down here a little bit. There we go.
Okay.
Isn't that cool? I even got the BIFF logo thing on there too.
Well, I've got all fancy too. I've got a ring light to make me look better lit here in my home, and hopefully I'm okay. And
well, don't be afraid to speak up, and let your resignation resonate. So, what are we talking about? I think we're talking about one of the biggest projects you've been working on, which is Q&A scheduling. How's that working?
So far so good. I think with everything being different, with everything being virtual this year, it's very different than what we normally do. Our typical downtown area is busy with filmmakers up and down at different venues, Q&As live in person afterwards. So we adjusted a little bit, and we are still going to provide live Q&As, but just via Zoom. So I know you're going to be getting into ticketing and how the schedule is going to work a little later, but basically similar to how our film schedule would have been is almost how the Q&A schedule is going to be. We're going to have, starting on the 21st, that first Sunday, every day we are going to have Q&As, live scheduled ones, usually about 3 to 4 filmmakers per block, and they will all be done via Zoom. They will be free to join. Everything will be listed on the website. So I would say probably in the next week or so, everything will be listed on the website, exactly what day, what time, and which filmmakers will be on there.
It's so really, we had to make I wanted to let everybody know, we had to make a decision on whether to go VOD or video on demand or go scheduled with our films. And we decided, for the sake of our fans and the tech that's involved, sometimes we wanted everybody to get, have all the time that they needed to watch the film. So because we're video on demand, of course, that means you don't get to see Q&A right afterwards. But this is the next best thing, right?
Right, and this will give the ability to our audience, which always have some great questions. That's the one thing we hear from filmmakers all the time, is we have a very lively and engaged audience. So to be able to kind of bring this into a virtual world, this is the best we're going to hopefully be doing. So with that, like I said, everything is kind of Zoom based. So you'll be able to go into the meeting room and then ask the filmmakers questions based on their films. You can join as many of them as you want. If you've already planned out, maybe you're going to watch this film on the second Saturday or whatever day your schedule, as you plan out your film schedule, you can say maybe you want to go to Q&A before you even see the film, maybe a little bit more than the film. These Q&As will actually be able to allow you to learn more about the films before you even get a chance to see them, because of how they'll be laid out.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really exciting. And maybe you mentioned this because I was looking at my book and I'm not quite here yet. But we'll be posting these recorded videos online afterwards. So you got a whole library of Q&As that you can visit anytime, eventually.
Right.
And I would say that probably, would you say we're going to be able to do more Q&As this year with filmmakers than we've done in the past?
I will say that we pretty much have at least 75%, if not around that close to, as far as the amount of films that will have filmmakers presented, that will be on there. So this will be filmmakers from directors, producers, cast members, everything. Every genre of film we have, from our narrative, our documentary, our shorts, even our music videos, you'll have a chance to interact with them completely. And they're not going to be super formal. It's going to be informal conversations, very similar to how you would have if they were standing there in front of you at Bushel and Peck or Bagels and More. It's just you get to do it from the comfort of your home.
Well, excited to get that schedule and everybody will be able to make their plans, their screening plans, and thanks. Sabrina's been working so hard at this, and she's probably the best hospitality person around. That's what all our filmmakers say. They enjoy our hospitality probably more than almost anything. And so thanks, Sabrina. And she'll be back a little bit later on in the program to talk more about all of the Q&A information and stuff. But in the meantime, we're gonna move on before we bring our next guest in. I want to tell you just a few quick things about our drive-in. We are going to be doing 6 drive-in movies. Yes, in the dead of winter, BIFF is going to bring you free drive-in movies that you can attend right near where we are right now. If you're familiar with the Ironworks campus, you know that on the north end of the campus are a bunch of parking lots. If you do a search for 705 3rd Street, that's actually the Racketon address, and Racketon is up on that north end of the property. But there's a whole series of parking lots up there too. So that address should take your GPS right to the site. And we're going to create an outdoor theater for you, and we're going to have a whole series of family-friendly motion pictures. Yeah, they're coming up on the screen. I guess I can run. Do I have time to run through this right now? Just very quickly. On opening night, we're going to show Isle of Dogs, Wes Anderson stop motion animation. It's a whole lot of fun for the kids. Collins and Henderson and Black Hawk Bank are the sponsors of that one. Brennan Style and The Rock are bringing us The Wizard of Oz as this year's sing-along movie. And everybody knows all the words to those songs already, so that should be an easy one. And, of course, Sunday the 21st, we're going to be showing Benny and June. And there's a very good reason why we're showing this special film, besides the fact that Johnny Depp is so darn cool. we've got some more information about the composer of the soundtrack for that film, and we've got a special event with her, Rachel Portman, so I'll explain that a little bit later. That's sponsored by Wells Fargo Advisors. They were our sponsor for Festive last year. We're glad to have them back again. Thank you so much, Wells Fargo. And then we start out next for the following weekend on Friday night, the 26th. By the way, all of these films start at 6:30 p.m. And we're going to show our silent film. We won't be able to have the high school kids playing for us this year because it's just too cold out. But we are going to show Charlie Chaplin's Modern Times. Once again, BMO Harris Bank, back again. They've been here since the beginning as a sponsor for this program. And they're helping us bring Modern Times to you on the 26th. On the 27th, the classic film, First National Bank and Trust Company brings back our classic film. And because it's our 16th birthday, we're going to be doing 16 Candles, the John Hughes classic. And so that, once again, good for the whole family. And that starts at 6:30, Saturday, February 27th. And finally, we finish off with Beloit Health System sponsoring Kubo and the Two Strings, a great Japanese animation super family film. A lot of fun. Starts at 6:30 p.m. on Sunday, February 28th. So finish off the 10 days of BIFF with a family experience. Sitting in your car out in an ice-cold parking lot, drinking an ice-cold beer. I don't know. Is that legal? I don't know. Anyway, I think I've exhausted that for now. We've got a correspondent outside. Is that true? No, wait. Where am I at here? Oh no. I've jumped ahead. Sorry. I'll get better at this. We have Kim Boreen.
Hello, Greg, into the BIFF community. How are you?
Hey, Kim. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And thank you so much for this. You guys have outdone yourself this year, and it looks better and better all the time. We've got thousands and thousands of copies of this going out all over the area. When is the newspaper stuffer coming out? Is that this weekend?
Yes, we will have your BIFF guide in the Beloit Daily News on Friday. This coming Friday. You will also be able to access this with the Beloit Daily News website. So everyone, if you don't get out tonight, it will either be in your newspaper or, of course, you can visit our website also. And Greg, I just wanted to say congratulations. This is 16 years of the BIFF program, and Beloit Daily News and Adams Publishing Company, we are so happy to be a partner. And I myself have been doing this 11 years with you guys. So congratulations, and great way to think out of the box so that our community can still have BIFF this year. You should be proud.
Yes, we are so lucky to have you guys in our corner every year, and even through the lean times that many of us have experienced during this pandemic, you guys have stuck with us, and we couldn't be more grateful. In a related story, how do you guys like your new downtown digs? How's that going?
We love our new downtown office here on East Grand, and hopefully soon we'll be able to open our building out to the community and maybe have a grand opening ourselves.
That would be great. I mean, do people come up and press their faces against the window to watch you guys make know that you're right down on the corner?
Well, we do have people come to the door. There's no doubt about that, and they're waiting to come in and see us. But in due time, we will definitely be there, and summer is coming. So we are looking forward to enjoy all of the downtown activities and being part of the Downtown Beloit Association. So,
and I wouldn't want to let you go without mentioning your partner in crime that helped us out on this, Todd Colling.
Yes.
Once again, Todd has always been right there for us. And am I leaking something here about Todd, or I understand?
Oh, absolutely not. It was announced a few weeks ago that Todd Colling, who had been with the Beloit Daily News for almost 28 years, has moved on to another paper with Adams Publishing Group, and he has gone to Marinette, Anago area. So he is way up north, and that's actually where he started his newspaper career. So we wish him the best of luck.
Absolutely.
And we will continue, Greg, to have this partnership. and be able to supply this to the community.
Well, thank you so much, Kim, for
Thank
all
you.
you guys do for us. And I hope that you will be joining us online for some films.
Absolutely.
You know, if you need a pass, I know somebody. And,
You got it.
Okay. So thank you so much, Kim. Kim Boreen, everybody, from the Beloit Daily News. They really, really do a wonderful a job for us every year. Get us, it's just unbelievable coverage that we get from that Sunday paper that they put out for us. So let me just take a look here and see. Are we going? We're going to talk some more about virtual events. And that would probably get us to a very important event I mentioned earlier. We're showing Benny in June because Rachel Portman, the Academy Award-winning, there she is, Academy Award-winning composer of the soundtrack of Benny in June, although that wasn't the one she won the award for, but she should have. She won the award for Emma, and she's also, if you look at her catalog list, her work has been in so many memorable and wonderful films. Chocolat, Cider House Rules. I mean, she's an amazing composer and a sweet lady. We had a chance to talk with her and do a little prep for our program. We were talking to her last week, and she's super excited about joining us here. One of the things that she'll be on the air at 1 o'clock on opening day on the 19th, 1 p.m. Make sure you tune in for that. And we'll talk a little bit more about that later. A couple of our Beloit boys who are composers are going to be joining Rachel on that broadcast, Jonathan Bartz and Pierre Charles III. So it really pays to tune in. Beloit's going to be part of that. All right, so I think I got my cue for us to go to correspondence. Is that right? Or not? Let me see. Oh, I think I'm, oh, there we go. Who's out there? Somebody's got to keep her going.
Oh, we're going on.
I think our man in the street, John Kell. There he goes. Okay, there are cars pulling up.
Welcome to the Beloit International Film Festival program distribution at the Ironworks. We're great to have you here today. A beautiful day in the neighborhood, like Mr. Rogers would say. I'd like to say thank you to our wonderful photographer, Joey. Thanks, Joey. You're a lot taller than I am. You make good shots. Again, stop over at the Ironworks. Pick up your wonderful programs. And if you can't make it down here, don't worry. We're going to be distributing at the library, Arts Incubator Center, and we're also going to be at the various restaurants dropping these off. So if you can't make it today to pick up your wonderful program, don't worry. Stop in Beloit, and you'll have one. Plus, the Beloit Daily News will be sending them out this weekend. Again, Joey, would you like to give a nice little perspective of this beautiful area? Again, thank you one and all for your kindness in stopping down. It is a nice day to stop down. It's not too bad today to come in, drive in, and we'll be glad to pass these out. Again, if you can't make them, stop around town, and we'll distribute them throughout the area. Again, thank you, and let's go and have a great time at the Beloit International Film Festival. Go BIFF!
Thanks, John. Johnny K. Yeah, okay. John will be back a little later on in the broadcast. He's our man in the street. I don't know, we may just fly out there and go to him at will. It looks like it's a lot of fun out there, although it is quite cold. So we're not asking our delivery people to stay out there too long, but just roll up and roll down your window, and you'll get a program or two if you want them. That's what you came for. Let's see. I was going to talk just a little bit more about the Rachel Portman presentation that we're doing. The thing that's kind of unique, and she wouldn't want me saying this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Rachel Portman was the first female composer to win an Academy Award. I'm not saying that the composer area of films is a good old boys club, but it kind of is. But she managed to break through, and with her remarkable talent, and score an Oscar. It's just amazing. She's kind of set the tone for other female composers, of course, and composers in general. There's room for everybody out there. And when I mentioned before that Jonathan Bartz, graduate of Beloit Memorial High School, Pierre Charles III, graduate of Beloit Memorial High School. They are young composers that are actually in Los Angeles, and they are both working on their young careers. I know Jonathan has even been working for John Williams, and Pierre has already scored for what's it called? Bridgerton? It's some current television show or series that's on. So all I'm saying is these guys are starting to have some success in their own right. They're going to get to come on this broadcast and talk to basically a mentor. I suppose it'll be a mentor-mentee kind of relationship. And I'm probably just going to sit back and listen and listen to them talk about Rachel's career and their budding careers. I'm sure she'll have lots and lots of good advice for them, and maybe they'll have one or two great stories for her to add as well. This is very special for us. We don't get this caliber of filmmaker very often, and I know that Rachel has worked with some of the biggest directors and actors in the world, and it's going to be a great read. So you're going to want to, and I'm going to be moderating. So the 19th, Friday, 1 p.m. Put your lunch back an hour and just have lunch and watch us go on for about an hour or so and talk about making music for movies. So I hope you're all getting in your cars. Come on down here. Like I said, you can pick us up on 94.7 FM on your radio dial. Now, I'm a little off schedule, but I'll catch up here. I want to just say hello to all the Rotarians out there. Today was the day that annually that we always do our presentation for the Rotary, and of course that was another virtual extravaganza. It was nice to see so many of our fine sponsors out in the audience there. John Wong from BMO Harris was there. His son was given an award today. And Tom Finley from Finley Denker was there, or from Finley Buick GMC. Oh, slap my face. It's just it was a wonderful time with that crew. They had lots of good questions, and they actually got to see the insides of the program book a little early with a digital copy. So I hope they had as much fun as I did doing that. I guess on the agenda, what we've got here is, and this you'll find in the program book as well, movies handpicked for you for 2021. We've got a wide array of categories, and I'll just turn to my program book right now. Most of this stuff you can actually find online at BeloitFilmFest.org, and Rick McGrath has been populating the site for weeks and weeks now, and everything is just about up there in its entirety. So you'll be able to go. You can go there even if you don't have a program book. You can still find out many, many, many things. In fact, all the things you need to know about BIFF at BeloitFilmFest.org. In the meantime, movies handpicked for you. Yes, we have a whole page of suggestions, because I know that when you have 100 films to deal with, you're like, well, wow, where should I start? So the first category is called Get Inspired. These are, of course, inspiring films. The Road Up comes to us from Chicago, a relative of Gene Siskel's. You remember Gene Siskel of Siskel and Ebert. I believe his nephew is one of the filmmakers on this, The Road Up, about a very great program for unemployed folks in the inner city of Chicago. Drought is just a wonderful film. We had them with us for BIFF Year Round. In fact, many of these films we had. Many of you will recognize some of these titles from our BIFF Year Round series. Drought is a great story from the Carolinas about it's a road story about a family with an autistic brother in the family. It's funny, it's heartwarming. Burr and Girl is a story that comes from the Twin Cities. It's if you like the Irish, if you like Irish history, Burr and Girl is for you. We've got another category called Laughter is the Best Medicine. Of course, one of our favorites here, Gavin Michael Booth, brought us a film called Rent Due. It's absolutely hilarious. And Danny Boy from Ireland, another coming-of-age, quirky, crazy, funny comedy. And The Old Man Movie is one of our animations this year. And it's, for those of you who like something that's a little more crude, crude animation, I would highly recommend seeing The Old Man Movie. And Conversation Pieces is another category. Diagnosing Healthcare. It's a great look at how our healthcare systems are working across the country and options for. You get the idea. It's how healthcare is working for us in the United States. Last Call for Tomorrow, another great film about our environment. And Love Is Not Love. Stephen Keith Mills is going to be one of our guests at one of our special filmmaker events, one of our workshops, and it's a beautiful black and white love story that you just don't want to miss. By the way, these programs are available here tonight for pickup. After tonight, of course, you can find them at pretty much the usual locations. We'll be dropping them at Bushel and Peck's, Bagels and More, all the usual spots around town. We'll also have copies right down here at Iron Tech, 635 3rd Street. This is where our box office is going to be. We'll have merchandise down here, and we'll have plenty. Well, we'll have, until we run out, we'll have plenty of these Beloit International Film Festival BDN programs for you. I guess that I got my cue that it is time to move to. Are we going to Anna now? We're going to go to Anna Kelly. I don't know if she's logged in just yet. But while we wait for Anna's arrival, I was just going to, hang on, I got a message. Oh, Nick Stangy dropped by. How cool. Yeah, I'll have to bring Nick in a little bit. Okay, our categories, our movies handpicked for you also. Homegrown heroes. We've got some great films from, for instance, Milwaukee, Real Soul, a gospel music story, all about gospel music in the Milwaukee area, great gospel churches, great performers. It's amazing, the music that these folks make, and lots of great stories in that documentary. Small Town, Wisconsin, an incredible drama about small town Wisconsin. And it's got a little bit of everything, some comedy, some drama, and Wisconsin, so you don't really need a whole lot more than that. And speaking of Wisconsin, Ringo Livio is a homemade film, and actually our operator tonight, the director of tonight's program, Kristen Peterson Kazubowski, made this movie all by herself. Not all by herself, but she directed it, and it's been doing really well at festivals. Ringo Livio, please put it down, mark it down as one that you have to see. Recognizable Faces is another category. Here's some films for that. Roy's World, Barry Giffords, Chicago. This is an amazing documentary about Barry Gifford, a screenwriter who worked a lot with David Lynch. He's kind of a legendary screenwriter. And his exploits growing up in Chicago. If you know old-time Chicago, you're going to see lots of photography and stories about Chicago in the 40s and 50s that will bring back fond memories for many of you, I'm sure. And, of course, More Than Miyagi is the life story in documentary form of Pat Morita, of Happy Days and Karate Kid and Wax On, Wax Off. It's a beautiful tribute to Pat, and lots of stars in that one. So catch that one. Kiss the Ground, of course. Woody Harrelson is the narrator for this one. And once again, it's all about ecology and saving our planet and ways that we can do that. So check out those films because, in fact, I forgot to mention Barry Gifford's Chicago features the voices of Willem Dafoe from Wisconsin, Matt Dillon, and Lily Taylor. Yeah, these are all star-studded, I guess you would say. And let's see, we got a couple more minutes here before we bring Anna on. So another category called Thriller. Really? Thriller. Takeout Girl, that played at BIFF Year Round, and the director of that one, Hassani Johnson, is actually from Milwaukee. He lives in Las Vegas now and made the film out there and in Los Angeles. Takeout Girl, it's a thriller, it's a crime drama. And Touch is another crime drama thriller about a blind masseuse. Yeah, okay, we're just about ready. I have been told that Anna Kelly is in the building, so we'll be getting to her in just a minute. Yeah, I got time for a couple more. Okay, and Touch, what did I say? Blind masseuse. Well, I'm not going to take it any further than that. It's a blind masseuse, okay? And Repossession, like a psychological thriller. Yeah, these will rock you back in your seat. Okay, and Bring Your Own Tissues. These are the ones that are going to make you cry. Keep the Change, and Gossamer Folds, and Tom of Your Life. These are all charming, heartwarming, and really well done. Great casts, great screenwriting, and stories are awesome. And also they'll make you blubber. And I guess it's time for me to stop with this. I'll maybe come back and pick up on some more of these. Right now, we got to cut away, I'm being told, to Anna Kelly, my partner in crime. Where is that page in here?
Difficulties.
You got to talk up a little bit.
Hey, I'm having technical difficulties.
Why?
Well, because I had to connect via my iPad, so I am not able to share my screen.
Oh, well, we'll have to. Is that a problem?
No, I was hoping to be able to do that, but that's okay. Where do I go ahead, tee me up, because I'm not sure.
Well, my understanding here is that we're going to be talking about ticketing and the virtual experience.
Okay, so let's start with at the beginning. So if you want to watch a film, you would go to the BIFF website and you find the film you want to watch, and then you should be able to find a link within that film that takes you right to the virtual platform where you can buy the ticket or enter your promo code if you happen to have a promo code. So if you buy a full access pass, you would put in your code there, and I think once your code is in, you won't have to put it anymore or you can use it over and over again. The films are $10 per film, unless you have a pass, which either you can get BIFF tickets ahead of time, or like I said, you can get an all access pass, which will let you see every film in our catalog. I keep forgetting what I'm supposed to say because I have my thing all teed up. Hold on a second. Let me try. I'm sorry. Let me see if I can do it from here. Okay.
Yeah, I guess the ticketing is the one thing. It's not that complicated. Once you find your way to BeloitFilmFest.org and then make your way to the Shift 72 platform, you'll be able to go through, peruse the films. You'll be able to pick the one that you want to see, and click on it, and it's pretty much just like you would do for any other video experience online, like a Netflix or an Amazon Prime. The one thing that you have to remember is this all happens online. So this has to happen. It has to emanate from a computer or digital device. And but I'm sure many of you have done screen mirroring or AirPlay if you're an Apple user, or Chromecasting if you're a Chrome user. There are all manner of ways to get your signal from your device to your smart television or your television. You can even hook it up directly if you have the right adapter, an HDMI connector. You can just hook an HDMI cable from your device to the television and you can watch it like that. Just go to the right input and bam, you're there. We are going to be doing a thing on the 17th at 6 o'clock. It's going to be a kind of a how-to BIFF tutorial. So we'll go a little more in depth on that on the 17th. Is that correct, Anna? Did I get that right?
Yes. Also, we've just installed a chat line on the BIFF website. So anytime you run into problems, you can just, it'll show up like a little face. It'll say, how can we help you at any given time? So that would be an easy way for you to get help. I'm trying to, let's see.
Why are we not selling tickets in advance this year?
Why are we not? Oh, we are not selling tickets in advance because we are not, our platform, will not be live until the 19th when the festival starts. And if you were to buy your ticket in advance, you would only have like so much time to watch the film. So we don't want people to buy a ticket a week in advance and then find out, oh, I gotta hurry up and watch this film because it's gonna run out of time. So instead of doing pre-sales, we're just waiting for the, there's no capacity, so you don't really have to rush and buy your ticket because, they'll be available at any time. Also on the streaming platform, what's really nice is like you can you can favorite things, which means that if you see something you like and you say, oh, I'd like to come back to that, you can add it to your kind of wish list. So then you can see, oh, these are the movies that I thought I want to watch. So they'll all be on a list for you, which is kind of nice because sometimes we see things and we think, oh, well, it'd be nice to see that. And then you forget what you saw. So I think that's going to be really handy as you make your list of the things you're going to do. Also, we're putting on the website the Q&A schedule, and there's going to be on the film, it's going to be on the film page. So it'll be on the actual film page. You'll be able to buy a ticket, or you'll be able to register for the Q&A. It's been scheduled. There'll be a Zoom link. It'll take you to a registration page. You put your name on there. So then when you get ready, so the Q&A are going to be at different times. So if you want to see the Q&A after you watch the film, it'll be kind of good for you to check and see when the Q&As are going to happen. That way you can sort of plan your viewing experience. So you would have watched the Q&A before the film, watch the film before the Q&A. And that's started today. That's some of the Q&As are already on the website, and there'll be more as the schedule gets filled up.
Yeah, it's gonna take time for everybody to kind of get acclimated to this, but we're doing the best that we can to have some open phone lines that you can call, or at least leave a message and let us know that you're having trouble, and we're gonna always have someone on staff that's going to be paying attention to that stuff. Like Anna said, we've already got a chat space on the page. As soon as you go to our BeloitFilmFest.org, you're going to see a friendly little chat box in the corner that's going to be waving at you. So don't be afraid to use it. Anna,
if it's not from China, we'll be answering you from here. It'll be one of us who's taking up the chat line. So if you want us to call you, if you don't feel comfortable with the chat, just say, give it a call, and then we'll just, we'll take care of it from there.
Yeah, and just to reiterate, on Wednesday the 17th, 6 o'clock p.m., we're going to have a How to BIFF tutorial, and Anna will be there. I will be there. God only knows who's going to be there, but we're going to try to help you get a little bit more comfortable with all these processes. Also,
if you want to buy a all access pass, you have to do so before the festival starts, because it's an annual process for me to send out codes for for you to be able to have access to the platform. So think about that as you peruse the book.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you so much for being here. Anna Kelly, everybody. Yeah. I don't know, is Anna going to be back with us at all today? No, she's got to get back to work. She's got BIFF work to do. She's got to catch up on her all her other activities that she's been putting off because she's been doing nothing but BIFF, 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 BIFF. Rick and Anna do so much for this festival. Her husband, Rick, they're both on our board of directors. They both wear multiple caps for this festival and have for a long, long time. And honestly, they are so much a part of the first look that everybody gets at this festival, whether it's the work that they do creating the website or all the work that goes into the program book. Every one of these pages with films on, Anna prepares all of that stuff. It's laborious and it's mind-bending, and I don't know, for some reason she's just really, really, really good at it. So thank you guys. We're lucky to have you on staff and part of this BIFF experience, part of the BIFF family. By the way, I'm Greg Girard, Executive Director of the Beloit International Film Festival, and you are enjoying the BIFF 2021 reveal party, program reveal party, or program reveal parade, I guess we're calling it. Come on down, jump in the car. We were going to be doing this till about 8 o'clock tonight, so don't be shy. I know it's cold out, so I don't blame you for not wanting to get into an ice cold car. But we are here for you, and we'd love to have you come down and take home one of these important pieces of the puzzle and a wonderful keepsake. I wonder how many people out there have every copy of every program book since BIFF started 16 years ago. I'm maybe the only one. They're all over in the basement underneath the BDN office. That's where they all exist. They're for sure down there. Well, I guess I got a couple of minutes, or about a minute to go here before our next. Who's coming up next, Kristen? We got Lindsey Mitchell coming in here. Is that right? To talk about one of our films. I'll get back and I promise I'm going to tell you a little bit about my favorite films. All right. In the meantime, enjoy this trailer.
This is my little brother Daniel. In his head, he'd like to be James Bond.
What's your name?
Stutter, repetitive vowel syndrome, or larynx issues.
Stutter.
Everyone shut up so little stutter boy can finish a sentence.
Bye-bye, baby, this private guy is through.
She's on for it. Say what I told you to say.
The singer's my brother. Do you want to go backstage after? Last time I'm listening to you.
Well, at least she spoke to you. That's progress.
Stop giving him tutorials and chatting up babes.
Can't muzzle a good dog.
A woman never shares her bed on the first date.
We could cut to a second date.
You cheeky devil.
Got a new girlfriend. Second date next week.
He's not James Bond. He's a 19-year-old virgin with an anxiety problem, particularly around girls he fancies.
Treasure on the wasteland. Treasure on the wasteland.
Well, and Lindsey Mitchell. Oh my goodness. Look at you.
Hi, Greg.
How are you?
I'm doing great. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too. Now, Lindsey is kind of new to BIFF, although she's been part of the process here since what? The late summer, was it?
Yeah, it's somewhere in there, yeah. The year kind of blended together, but yeah.
Lindsey not hired on, but just joined us, volunteered her time to be a pre-screener. What's it like being a pre-screener?
It's great. It's great. I love being in the background of stuff. I love knowing how everything works and seeing all the, the inner stuff. And so it was really cool to get in and be kind of the first one to see some of this stuff and decide how it's going to go. And I thought that was exciting.
you were probably our finest pre-screener. I hope I'm not beating up on somebody else here, but you just did such a great job for me. Even after we were done picking the films, or in the process, the final stages of picking films, you helped me out a great deal, because I think we all felt that your sense of criticism was spot on. And I don't know if you had any past experience in this kind of work, but
yeah, I criticize stuff constantly, so it's really nice of you to accept that so well.
Well, you apparently critiqued this film, Danny Boy, quite nicely. So why don't you tell us all about Danny Boy and your fondness for this film?
I loved this. I like a film that I fall into and I forget that it's scripted and that it's actors saying lines. And this film really kind of sucked me in. It's all about the awkwardness of finding people attractive and how you deal with that and what happens. It's just this boy trying to like be a person around other people, and the people in his life, and some of his situations are just so funny and relatable, and I loved all of it. I so quickly forgot that it was acting. It felt like people I liked, just seeing people I liked on film.
Yeah, it's I think for me the word quirky really tells the tale of this one for me. It moves around in such a bizarre way, and some of the scenes are almost, you have to suspend disbelief, but then you think about it and it's like, well, that could happen. It's just for me a fun send up of the whole issue of rites of passage and dealing with a social issue like having a stammer, a speech impediment thing. And they handled it, I think, really nicely and almost brutally sometimes. But it was a great read, and I'm glad that you got behind it. I think your scores on this, your scores on a number of films really helped tip the scales to bring it into the festival. And I really think that this was one. So what other films did you enjoy? If you had another film or two that you could mention besides Danny Boy?
Let me think. I really liked The Maestro. I thought that was great. That was more conversation and less action. But it was a really well done film. I very much liked Behind the Glasses, which is only about 3 minutes long, but it hit me on a real personal level. There's no dialogue. But it was very touching. It got the point across. It was very straight. I liked that a lot. I think those are the ones that stand out to me. I know there were others, but those are the titles that are sticking in my head at the moment.
Well, we certainly enjoy your participation in BIFF so far. I hope that we'll be seeing some more of you in some of these other things that we're doing. I know I'm hoping you're going to be part of the Q&A ensemble that we're putting together, meeting up online with some of these filmmakers and getting to know them a little bit better and tell them how much you love their films. And getting that's you also are capable of wearing a lot of caps. You're talented, and we're so happy to have you on the team this year. Now you're going to be back with us a little bit later on in the program, right?
Yes, I will. I'll be back right before the end.
Yeah, I see that. You're going to talk about my favorite film.
Yes, I'm excited about it.
That ought to be a good time. That's coming up just a little bit before 8 o'clock. So everybody, come back if you like Lindsey Mitchell. Come and see some more Lindsey Mitchell a little later on. We'll see a little bit later. Thanks, Lindsey. I wanted to just quickly breeze through here. Let's see how much time I've got left. Okay, 65. Yeah, they're coming. We've got these virtual events that Kristen actually put together for us. They're like panels, interviews, workshops, and we've got a handful of them here. Starting on Saturday, February 20th at 4 o'clock, we're going to be doing something called the Yin and Yang of Writing and Directing. This is probably a great one for filmmakers and non-filmmakers alike. We're going to be talking to actually 3 filmmakers that have films in the festival this year. Materna director David Gutnick is going to be here. Touch writer-director Alexandra Shepanovska, yes, from my homeland. And Love Is Not Love director Stephen Mills. And we're looking forward to that one. Of course, you can't imagine there's going to be a lot of great, a lot to learn from that time, from that event. Also, Best Laid Plans #1 on February 21st. That's on Sunday. This is where we bring together, what's it called? A freewheeling story sharing session with BIFF alumni filmmakers as they regale us with their wildest stories from the set. I think that pretty much says it all. And on that one, Melody Gilbert is going to be here from, she's a BIFF alum from a couple of years ago, Silicon Soul, about the Silicon friends that people live with. James Choi is going to be here from DePaul University. He's got huge ties here with, and Gavin Michael Booth, Biffy Award winner, will also be joining us for that one. Make sure I'm still on time. Designing the World of Film. That's on February 27th. That's Saturday, 7:30 to 8:30. And it's a tete-a-tete between independent film production designers. So you're going to really get inside a part of filmmaking that maybe you don't always talk a lot about when you're watching these films. But this will, for non-filmmakers, I think this is a real cool look into what goes on behind the scenes as we're developing, as filmmakers are developing what you end up seeing on the screen. And on Sunday, February 28th at 4 p.m. to 5:30 p.m., Best Laid Plans #2. And this one is going to feature Joshua Koopman from Ringo Livio, Catherine Bourne-Taylor from Ships in the Night, and Cool for 5 Seconds. That was a great one. And also at 5, Cynthia Wade. She's an Oscar-winning documentarian who actually is in the process of making a film in Wisconsin, in Kenosha, called The Flag Makers. So we're really looking forward to that bunch. These are great opportunities to get up close and personal online in a special way with our filmmakers and our BIFF alums. So mark those on your calendar, 2021 BIFF virtual events. Next up on the docket, I believe we are going to be talking with our honorary chair. But there they are, Riley and Snappy. Hi, guys.
Can you guys hear us good?
I can hear you. You sound great.
Perfect.
Great. Oh, my God. Welcome our honorary chairperson, Snappy D. Turtle. Long time Beloit native, and of course the leader of our minor league, our beloved minor league team for decades, I guess, right?
Yeah.
I know that Snappy's not much of a talker, so Riley, I guess Riley is the interpreter.
I am.
So why don't you? Yeah.
He said he's ready to go.
So why don't you give us a little background on Snappy's history with Beloit, and what has sort of brought him to the place that he's at now?
Well, first of all, we'd like to thank you, Snappy and I, just to be a part of Beloit International Film Festival. We're honored to be the honorary member, is what you would say. So he's pumped when he heard the news. He's excited to be a part of this. But yeah, Snappy is 25 years old now, 1995. So 25-year-old here, Turtle. He's got plenty of relatives in town. They all reside in the Rock River, Turtle Creek, any swamp and pond that you see around in the woods. He's got plenty of aunts and uncles. Not as good looking as this guy, though. Yeah, Snappy's a pretty good looking guy. So he's been a part of obviously the minor league baseball here since 1995. So we're excited, and we're excited to have him here. So thank you.
Well, we're excited. I know that Snappy's role is going to be changing a little bit with the organization, but he's not going away, and we're so happy to hear that. He's going to be back. I understand. What's his sort of new role going to be with the organization?
Obviously, this Beloit Snappers and Snappy's going to always be a part of the history of minor league baseball here in Beloit. He's always going to be around. He's always going to be welcome. And you know what? The name hasn't changed yet, and it may not. I mean, who knows? But Snappy's our mascot right now. He's our fearless leader, and we're proud to have him on board for as long as whatever it takes. You know, if it's this year, next year, or whatever. So Snappy's always. He's always welcome, and he's always excited to be part of baseball here in Beloit.
So, I mean, have pitchers and catchers reported already? Has that happened?
Very soon. Very soon. I'd say here in the next couple weeks for sure, which is exciting. Every time I watch the Super Bowl and it ends, I go, well, it's baseball season now. Yep. So as soon as that ended, I was like, well, Snappy, get your shoes on because it's about to get real here in Beloit. So a lot of exciting stuff with the Beloit Snappers. Obviously with the new stadium, everyone's seeing that come downtown. So just exciting stuff for, not only me as an employee, but for Snappy and the community. I mean, we're all about giving back to the community with the new ownership group with Quentin, Rishi, Studer. It's all about just building a better place to live. And Beloit has come a long way, since I started here in 2003 or 4. So it's exciting. We're excited. And we're just happy to have that opportunity to play in a new yard, Pullman Field here. It's served its time. It's beautiful. It's always going to be a part of the history, but let's talk about a new house, Snappy.
So just a couple more things. You have tickets. You can already buy season tickets, right?
Yes, you can. You can buy season tickets right now. It's basically a priority list. So, they've been very popular. We have different levels, everything from reserve up to a club seat. But you get put on a priority list. So when the snow goes away and the seats get put in, Snappy now will be able to walk you down there and you can actually just pick your seat. Like, I want this one right here. Okay, it's yours. So we're excited. We're excited for that. Just contact the office here for tickets. And we do that on a daily basis. So
fantastic. And Snappy is going, I just want to let everybody know, Snappy's going to be at weather permitting. Snappy will join us for some of our BIFF drive-ins that are coming up. We're hoping that Snappy will be able to stop down and just, give a little wave to the folks out in the audience in their cars, get a few horns beeping for you, and just let everybody know that Snappy is here and Snappy is here to stay. And we're so glad to have you as our honorary chair representing the film festival this year, Snappy. God, how do you stay in such good shape in the off season? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. But this is a first for Snappy, that's for sure. So this is a bucket list. You check this off the bucket list that you're part of the Beloit International Film Festival, which we know is very important for the community as well.
Everybody put your hands together for Snappy and for Raleigh Gastisha. You guys are great. We love having minor league baseball here. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great night, and we'll be seeing more of Snappy as the as BIFF goes on. The 10 days of BIFF will see more Snappy appearances at the drive-in. Just let me check in here. You know what? I need a commercial break. That's what I need. So I can find out where I am on the schedule. It looks like I'm supposed to talk a little bit about, speaking of the drive-ins, I think I mentioned a little something about it earlier, but if it bears repeating. Not everybody tuned in at the same time. By the way, we are right down here at 635 3rd Street in the Iron Tech building, and we've got flags flying down here and lights flashing, and we've got people ready to bring program books out to your vehicle. If you just pull up in front of the building, we'll hook you up with a brand new one of these guys, okay? Now, as we were trying to determine how to make some community feelings happen for this festival, we decided that we had such a good luck with our drive-ins that started midsummer last summer. We did a bunch of them at the library in Rockton, places all around the area, even in Janesville, a couple of events up in Janesville. And so we figured out how to do it. We just weren't sure if it was something that we could do in the ice cold of winter, but we are going to do it. We're fortunate to have Hendricks Commercial Properties providing us with a wonderful space. It's about maybe 2 blocks away from where I'm standing right now. For those of you who are familiar with the Ironworks campus, it's just on the north end of 3rd Street. You've seen these big open parking lots up there before. Those of you who are familiar with the Stainless Steel Tank Company, that's right next to the parking lots that we're going to be occupying with the drive-in theater. For those of you who want to see where it is, you can just dial in 705 3rd Street on your GPS, and it should make you a trail right to those parking lots. It's not going to be complicated, and it's not going to cost you anything. These are free events, and we want this to be a family-friendly opportunity for people to get out and get some entertainment in the doldrums of winter. We're all starved for some of the good old days to happen, and unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be a little bit longer wait yet. But this is a safe way to do it and a fun way to do it, and a lot of little kids have never been to a drive-in before, so this is an opportunity to expose them to something new and fun and cool. And so we highly encourage you to join us on Friday, Saturday, Sunday of each weekend. So the 19th, 20th, 21st, 26th, 27th, 28th. We're going to be up at that location showing 6 different wonderful family films, including all of our big showcases. There's Kristen Peterson Gajibowski.
Hi, Greg.
Am I supposed to be talking to you now?
Probably not.
Oh, who are we missing? Are we missing Amy?
Yeah, let me check. Yeah, Amy's having some audio issues, so I thought I would just pop in and talk about what you want to talk about.
Well, we would like to mention that Amy and the crew, Maggie and those folks over at the Chamber, Beloit Chamber, they do such a great job in this town, and they've been such good friends of BIFF. They do this party with us every year, and they partnered with us on this again and helped get the word out there for us. So thank you, Amy, and your little staff for once again coming through for us and being an important part of the run-up to the festival. Maybe she'll still make an appearance at some point tonight. I don't know. But in the meantime, Kristen's got everything under control from way over there in River West in Milwaukee, right?
You know, I could be anywhere.
You could be.
With my background. So let's say I'm in, Paris. I'm in Paris.
Somewhere more exotic? Okay. That's fair. I guess why not be in Paris?
Actually, I think Amy's ready, so I'm going to hop off.
Okay. Let's see if we can bring her back. Hey, Amy!
Hi!
She's here. Okay, so I'm so glad that you could make it to talk with us, and I was just telling these guys how important the Chamber's partnership has been every year as we mount this all-important reveal party. Usually it's at the Hampton Inn, or it's at the Ironworks Hotel, or it's over at Home 2 Suites in those beautiful spaces that they have. And boy, Brenda Gould has been such a good host or hostess. I don't know, is that a thing anymore? She's always taken good care of us over there, and you guys have always been there with us. It's a little different this year. And I know you know a lot about all of this, dealing with this virtual stuff. How are things with the Chamber this year? How's it going in your offices and with the whole virtual thing?
Yeah, we're getting by. I mean, just now I was trying to join your show and I couldn't get my internet to work on my computer, my laptop, so I'm on my cell phone right now. So yeah, it sure is frustrating because you never know when a meeting is going to work and when it's not going to work. And so each one you go in crossing your fingers, that's for sure. But yeah, no, things are going really well. And like you said, boy, I remember our partnership started with this BIFF reveal, back in the day when I think it was still the Beloit Club, and we would host our business after hours events and we would have the BIFF reveal as part of it, and we'd have so much fun, but it's fun for you guys this way too. for sure. As long as this works.
Yeah, the only thing that's really missing is the free beer and the free food.
Yeah,
and,
right. Well, right.
And hugs,
And hugs. I miss
yeah,
hugs.
remember hugs?
I miss hugs and handshakes. Yes, for sure. But
there will be hugs. While I got you on, any news or any new things happening with the chamber that we should be talking about? Let people know what's up with your organization.
Yeah, absolutely. So we, with COVID, we've had to halt all of our live events, of course. And so we've just been working really hard to try to provide information to our 375 members and, the greater Beloit business community. And so we spend our days really just trying to spread the news about what's going on, COVID and non-COVID related. We're hosting, a lot of Zoom meetings, webinars, that sort of thing. So we continue to do that. And then hopefully this summer we'll go back to some live events. We have, a lot of fun things planned, but we're just waiting things out to see how it all goes. And so if anybody wants information on the chamber, always, feel free to reach out to me. Go to the website at greaterbeloitchamber.org, sign up for our newsletter list, join us on Facebook. And we're happy to share community events and we're happy to share this one.
Yeah, I'm always so impressed with you guys. I mean, right now you got a very small, you have a very small staff, smaller than mine, I think.
Just two, I know.
and the work, the amount of activities you guys are able to cover and stay on all. I love your newsletters and all the stuff you're putting out there, and especially through the pandemic, all the help that you brought to these, the lunchtime activities that you guys put on. I've been to many of your, or quite a few anyway, of your online offerings, and it's always very educational, timely, stuff we can use. So my hat's off to you guys. Keep up the great work. And
thanks, Greg. Means so much
I hope
to us.
we'll be watching some BIFF films. We'll get past these little tech bugs and make sure you watch yourself some BIFF movies. We got a lot of good ones out there.
All right.
Tell
all
your members. Tell all your members, okay?
Okay, you got it. That sounds like a good deal. Thanks, Greg.
Okay, Amy Thurner, everybody. Beloit Chamber of Commerce, yes. Glad to have you aboard. Okay, let's see what Amy's on. Okay. How to access events. Well, I mentioned a little bit about this before. It's not exactly rocket science, but like I said, if you know how to mirror or cast from your computer device, even from a phone, to the internet, to your television, that's the easiest way to do it. Of course, you can watch BIFF films on your phone if you want. You can watch BIFF films on any of your computer electronic devices, any device that can get to the internet, get to the web, and click those links, and you can get there and you can participate. But as far as getting it up on the big screen, it's not that hard to do. There's a little tech involved, and like I mentioned before, we are going to be going through some of this stuff on Wednesday, the 17th at 6 o'clock. There will be a How to BIFF event to kind of clear the air on questions that people have, and hopefully we'll be tech savvy enough to help you out. And like I said, many of you probably know how to do this stuff already, but maybe what we should do is put together our own little geek squad and come to your house. Would that be good? That'd be interesting. Masked up, of course. I'll look into the realities of that. Anyway, we're going to do everything that we can. Like I mentioned, we've got our little chat help thing that's already up on the website. We'll have people on the phones, and we'll try to make it as easy as possible for you to see your BIFF films in the way that you want to see them. So beyond that, I think if I could recommend anything, go to our website and see what we've got up there, or even if you come and get one of these lovely program books, you've got a whole page of stuff right here that has to do with ticketing and virtual tech support. And you can get a lot of answers right there. And there's a wealth of tutorials out there online for those of you who would like to study up a little bit beforehand. I highly recommend just Googling, virtual screening, and I'm sure YouTube is brimming with people who would love to help you learn how to navigate this world of virtual screening. So something just came up on here. Yeah. Now something just disappeared. Oh, my close-up, Mr. DeMille. All right. So, how are we doing on time? Are we doing all right? I think we're going to be having a man in the street segment here pretty soon. I would like to say that we've got a world of sponsors. You know, in the pandemic time, you just don't know whether or not people are going to be able to come through and support. A lot of people have been struggling, and we had our fingers crossed. And look at that. This is a whole page full of all of our local supporters that have been, there it is, right there. Look at that. Still, even in the thick of all of this virusness, these fine people continue to step up and make sure that the arts stay alive. The visual arts especially, that's us, but the arts of all kinds. And we see, those of you who are from around here, you see these same logos over and over and over again at all of our highly visible events in this area, all of our fundraisers. You're going to see these same logos there. That's because we live in a community where we've got people that are willing to give and support and help out great causes. And gosh, I got to tell you, speaking selfishly, the arts is one place that has suffered greatly during this pandemic, and these people are keeping it alive. So thank you so much to all of our sponsors. I'll be doing my best to keep blowing that horn through this whole festival and beyond. We're going to take it to the street now. We've got John Kell, Kurtz, our man on the street. Partying at the disco out there.
Get your red hot Beloit International Film Festival programs. They're pulling up. Hello, welcome, glad you stopped. There's Nate out there dropping off the program. Thank you for stopping. Thank you. Thank you very much. Good job, Nate. They have already distributed over 300 of these wonderful programs, and we got a lot more to go. So again, we have another 45 minutes to be out here to distribute, so stop on down over at Fire Tech. We'd love to have you get your red hot program. Again, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's good to have you. We thank Greg Gerard for his wonderful work. We thank you, Joey, for your photography. Nate, thank you very much for your distribution, and all the other wonderful people running out and bringing our programs. Again, if you don't get it today, don't worry. They're going to be all over our town. It's going to be at the Beloit Library. It's going to be at the Art Center and all these other places. So don't worry. The Beloit Daily News will be sending them up on Friday. So again, stay warm, enjoy, and thank you very much for supporting the Beloit International Film Festival.
John Kell, Kurtz, the man in the street. Absolutely stunning, John. I gotta say, John is one of our. He's a member of the board of directors. He's been with us for years and years and years, and it's just amazing. The guy is always the first one to raise his hand and say, "I can help." John was out there with us in the trenches when we were. All of us old goats were out there trying to figure out how to put that inflatable screen up this past summer. And, you know, it's just a bunch of 60 and 70-year-old pups out there wrangling this giant airfield thing. And John Kell, Kurtz was there hanging on to the tethers, tying them off, just he's an amazing guy, an amazing spirit. He's always got an extra gear of energy to pitch in with. And we want to thank him for coming down here and braving the cold elements out there and being our man in the street. Thank you, John. Kell, Kurtz, Johnny K, big time Cubs fan. Go Cubs. Now, yes, you know what? You read my mind, Kristen, because that's exactly what I had queued up here. I didn't want to miss out on the opportunity to talk about something that is brand new this year for BIFF, and it's a really important part of the future of BIFF. We have great sponsorships. We get some great. We are awarded some awesome grants every year. You know, people like the city of Beloit and Celestino over at Visit Beloit, Diane Hendricks and the Hendricks Family Foundation, Lisa Forseth and Jen Trop, and all those good folks. They support us in such a major way. But we still have more needs in order to grow this festival. And what we're going to, a campaign that we're going to be really starting to push for is Build Up BIFF. And what it's all about is really reaching out to the BIFF Nation. And I know that you support us during the festival every year and at a lot of other activities. What we're looking for is just that little extra push to get us over the top in order to expand certain aspects of the festival. We've got new gear purchases that we're going to be trying to make to improve the screens and the images on those screens, that and finding ways to attract more and more great filmmakers to Beloit. And so we're reaching out to our fan base with a Build Up BIFF program, and you can donate by texting Build Up to 44321. Text Build Up to 44321, or you can go online at our website, beloitfilmfest.org/donate. And we don't care if it's $1. We don't care if it's we're not interested. We're not concerned about the amount. We just would like to start a wave of support for the festival that can, we've got 16 years in. It's going to take a lot more support to get us another 16 years here in Beloit. And every single one of you can make a difference by using this donation mechanism and helping to build up BIFF so we can move forward in the future with the resources that we need to continue being the great festival that this has always been, but to make it even better in the coming years. So please take a moment, check it out, Build Up BIFF, donate. All right, how was that? Is that a good sales pitch? I think so. I should be on the fundraising committee. No. Okay, let's see, where are we at in the thing? All right. I am at 7:20. Okay. Beyond that, boy, oh boy, there's just so many good films to see this year. And, as usual, we're not specific to anything. We bring in films of all different shapes and sizes and genres, and I think it's the kind of festival that has something for everybody. So I'm anxious for all of you to be able. And you can go online right now and start checking these films out. You don't have to wait till the 19th. What goes along with films better than Q&A sessions? And we've got our usual sponsor for this, and for many years now, Culver's of Beloit. Our good friends at Culver's, Bill Locke, Josh Locke, Jim Agati. Man, these guys, every year they come through for us. And this year is no exception. And they're going to be getting more visibility this year than ever before, because they're going to be the backdrop for every one of our many Q&A sessions this year at BIFF. Our virtual Q&A sessions. We want to just say a big thanks to Culver's. Usually we do one of those what they call the Scoopy night, we decided that we're going to push that off until the weather and the viral atmosphere gets a little bit better, and then we will have our board members down there at Culver's in Beloit, bringing bags of food to your car and to your table. But for right now, we're just going to have to be satisfied with seeing that wonderful logo up in the background during all of our Q&A sessions. So please, when you have a chance, go visit our friends at Culver's. Are we almost there already? We've got.
I'm here.
And what goes better with the Q&A than Sabrina Krejci, our among other things, our social media director and our hospitality director for many, many years now. Welcome, back, Sabrina.
This is year 6 or 7 for me, so thank you. And I want to say kudos to you, Greg, you and Kristen. This show tonight has been amazing. I have been watching all of it, so you guys have been awesome. So great for you guys. So yeah, back to the Q&A. So I mentioned earlier, but with everything being virtual this year and different, we wanted to try to keep things the same. And one of the things that BIFF is known for is our lively audiences and having those Q&A sessions with our filmmakers. So like everything else, we adapted a virtual model. We will be doing live Q&A sessions with filmmakers starting on the 21st, going through the 28th. There will be a schedule that will be currently, some of them are already currently scheduled, and they'll be up on our website, which is www.beloitfilmfest.org. And we'll be adding more dates coming soon. So there'll be a schedule page, as well as they'll be on each individual film page. So if you buy a ticket, you also know that you'll know the Q&A date. What you'll do is you'll click on the Q&A Zoom link, register, and then that can be added to your calendar. So you get a reminder. You can watch the Q&A before you watch the film or after you watch the film, whatever you prefer. All the Q&As will be recorded and posted on our website, and will be posted on various other platforms, whether it's Instagram or Facebook or things like that. So we have a good amount of our filmmakers will be doing Q&As throughout the entire time. So actually, this is giving us an opportunity to have even more filmmakers to be available to answer your questions than ever before.
Yeah, I mean, well, it really wasn't a virtual age so much in past years. We did a few like Skype things during the festival, and of course, we did lots of Skypes on those Wednesday nights. But we were over there in the warm, friendly confines of the film studies room at the Hendricks Center at Beloit College, and so we didn't do a lot of Q&As in all the venues.
Correct.
So unless the filmmakers were actually here in town, you probably weren't going to get a straight ahead Q&A this year. Boy,
we're trying to get as many of the filmmakers as we can. Some of them it's difficult because of time differences and things like that, but we are working with their schedules and trying to give you guys the best experience that's still lively and energetic experience that you would have gotten had we been doing it here in person. As Greg mentioned, we've done virtual Q&As in our BIFF year-round. Previously before, we've used Skype for that. We're going to be using Zoom. So, and I think most people are familiar with Zoom at this point. We are almost a year into this world, this pandemic world. So everyone's kind of familiar with Zoom. So hopefully there won't be a problem, but I think we'll kind of include that during the whole How to BIFF experience that's going to be going on the 17th. So
one question I had, let's see, do I have enough time for this?
Yeah, we're good. Yeah,
I'm okay. I was going to say, brain. So the Q&As are going to be on Zoom. And that will be like a Zoom where will we be able to see everybody's faces? Will everybody be present, or is this going to be really?
No, yeah, everyone will be present. We're still working on all the details. We're going to have some trial runs coming up here. It's hard to believe that in just 10 days the festival starts. But yeah, I mean, you'll be able to join in and watch the filmmakers on their screen. Similar to, again, if you've been to one of the BIFF year rounds where, Greg, you've hosted those, other than this previous year where we do Skype and they would be on the camera, your virtual box will be there, and you can answer. You can raise your hand and answer. You can put it in the chat, whatever you're comfortable with. Again, these will all be recorded. So maybe it doesn't work with your schedule, but you want to still watch that. We will be posting them on our website as well. So,
Yes.
and we will have about 3 to 4 filmmakers per session, and that whole schedule will be on our website.
Yeah, it's we've got a group of moderators lined up for all this. You're a moderator as well, correct, Sabrina?
I will be a moderator. I'm tasking you. I'm sure you'll be a moderator. We have a few of our key volunteers that have been back year after year. They always say, we want to help. How do we jump in? So we will have some great moderators throughout all of this. And our biggest thing is our sponsor, Culver's. We wouldn't be able to do this without them. So, and actually, if you are interested in being a moderator and you're familiar with Zoom and love watching independent film, go ahead and go to our website and you can put in the chat, I'm interested in being a moderator, and they will let me know and I will reach out to you.
Yeah, it's of course you'll have to familiarize yourself with the material.
Correct.
Which means you'll have to watch a great BIFF movie in order to be a moderator. We can make that possible for you.
That is correct.
So I guess for you, Sabrina, when the film festival rolls around every year, you're one of the people that's sitting at the desk making all those, smiling at all those incoming filmmakers and film goers, and just making BIFF, just actually bringing that warmth of BIFF to all those people. So this year you got to kind of do it virtually. How's that making you feel?
A little sad. I mean, I'm usually in the box office in the hospitality lounge, and the energy you feel for those 10 days, I feel always bad for my husband and son because they don't see me for 10 days. But, I love being downtown and I love being with our city. So that I'm a little sad that way, but I know I'll still be very present and I will be part of the people answering chats. If you have any questions, you go to our website and put in the chat. I may be one of the ones responding. We're always available via email. If you have any problems, a phone call, you can call our box office line. That's still going to be running during the festival. So if you have any questions regarding any of your tickets or Q&As or films or anything, please never hesitate to reach out to us.
Yeah, well, we're really looking forward to this whole raft of. We're going to have such a library of Q&As coming up after this festival is over with, and
Greg, I mean, during the festival, I'm sure you're still going to be running around like you normally do, but you can always, people can pop in to Iron Tech. I know that with social distancing and things like that, there may be some restrictions at Iron Tech, but we always will. There's usually somebody there from the BIFF office, whether it's yourself or it's Anna, will be available to answer any questions too if somebody really needs that in-person experience.
Right, we'll be down here. I don't know that we've published the exact hours yet, but it'll be something similar to our normal box office hours throughout the festival. And it is nice. It's always nice for some people to be able to come down and actually see a human face and a human voice, hear a human voice, and get that help that they need, or just to come down and say hi. Right. Tell us what a great time you're having. Pick up some extra program books, whatever. We'll be down here at 635 3rd Street. Iron Tech, the business incubator. Love to see you. So, Sabrina, thank you so much for spending the time doing the slots with me here, and looking forward to working with you through the rest of this festival. Have a great night. Bye, Sabrina. Yeah, well, we've got a few more guests to go here. And before we bring in Edie Barron, I wanted to mention just a couple of things that are important to me. We didn't get a chance to do a whole lot of our BIFF, our kids at BIFF and our BIFF classroom stuff this year. We haven't been able to go over and do our senior programs at First Congregational or down at Rock Valley College. We haven't been able to do our Kids at BIFF programming this year with the school districts from Beloit and around the area. But we did manage to, we were able to continue our Student Filmmaker Showcase, which was revived last year. and it is helmed by Marjorie and Brenton Driscoll. Marjorie's on our board of directors, and they run Pure Canvas, an amazing photography and movie company here in Beloit. In fact, their offices are right here where we are at Iron Tech, just up over my shoulder there. And they've been bringing us great photography for years. They make this festival look so amazing, and they're just such sweet young people. And they give us so much of their time and energy, and they are actually the educators for our Student Filmmaker Showcase once again this year. They're working with Susan Day right next door at Career Tech, and they have a small group at Career Tech. It's all socially distanced, and they're being very careful. They're giving some students from town an opportunity to learn what they know about making movies, and they'll be making their own movies, and we are going to have some sort of a virtual program where we can show these films and celebrate their accomplishments, their achievements. It's just some of the most rewarding stuff that BIFF does is the educational things that we can offer to our students and our seniors and everybody in between here in the Beloit area. So I just wanted you to know this is going on. This was started by a fund from Tom Morgan and his wife Barbara, and we're going to do our best to keep this program moving on into the future. Pandemic or no pandemic, the Student Filmmaker Showcase is going on. And I would like to just repeat one more time in case you missed it. If you're interested in learning more about how to BIFF and how to deal with the virtual business that we're going to be about this year, join us next Wednesday, the 17th, 6 o'clock. Go to the BeloitFilmFest.org site and get the link to the Zoom event. And we'd love to have you join us. It will be a Zoom event. You'll be able to ask your questions. There'll be a chat room too. You can chat your questions and comments if you like. And Anna Kelly, our board president, and our bookkeeper and our ticket person, and all-around tech person will be there. And yours truly, the other all-around tech, this, that, and the other thing guy, and a couple of others that will certainly be able to answer questions and help you, help to guide you through this whole thing. I was wondering this. I got to make sure. Is Nick Stange still here? Okay. Nick, you just stand by because I'm going to have you come in here in my little booth in a minute. Kristen, we're just going to have to make a minute or two for Nick. He traveled all the way here from Harlem High School. So do you want to do that now, or do you want to do that? You want to bring it up now? Okay. Hey, Nick, why don't you come on in here? Slide on in here with me. I'm putting my mask back on.
Hey, what's up?
All right. Nick Stange, areas. Just pull your mask off for a second and let everybody see your beautiful face. There he is.
I don't know how beautiful it is.
Well, Nick and his kids from Harlem High School have for years now brought us wonderful films for our BIFF Care series, which we have on hold this year, partly because we don't have any of your great films. Nick, why don't you tell everybody who doesn't know what your program is all about over there at Harlem High School?
Yeah, the Harlem Veteran Project, we interview veterans, and then the students take those interviews, make them into documentaries. So COVID kind of put a,
Yeah, that must have been to lose that program at Harlem High School, that's such a huge thing.
Well, we're still going. We just weren't able to produce the movie like we have been in years past. So we're still chugging along the best that we can.
So you're gonna have twice as much stuff for us come next BIFF. Huh?
That's right. Yeah.
We'll have to have a whole show just for you guys.
All righty.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, if you haven't seen one of those BIFF Cares films from Nick and his students, they are heartwarming, heartbreaking. They are real, and they are a tribute to our veterans, our men and women who have been in battle and have come home and have stories to tell and issues to deal with.
Yep.
And you can hardly get through one of these without shedding a tear or two.
Yes.
It's really moving. I can't imagine what it's like for these kids And then for you to be editing all this stuff, it's a monumental achievement. And we're sorry that we're missing that this year. But I'm glad that you were able to make it down and join me
no problem.
for this. Are you looking forward? Are you encouraging your kids to go out and see some BIFF films this year?
Yeah, I am encouraging. So
kids can buy tickets too, you know.
Yes, I will definitely will be encouraging them. So and then you know, I was lucky enough that you or BIFF allowed us a film, music video. So
and
we demand.
That's right.
So.
We Nick does have a film. We have a new category this year, music videos, and he brought us a wonderful black and white film from the Rockford area.
Yeah, basically it's kind of highlighting the protest movement that was taking place in Rockford. I originally went out there to document it for school since I also teach U.S. history. And then I just kind of kept going back. And then it kind of revolves around a gentleman named Leslie Rolfe, and he's part of the May 30th Alliance. And on May 30th, there was a major protest in Rockford. And it kind of got out of hand in the evening. And the police kind of opened up on people, and there's a lot of people who were hurt. So we're trying to work our way through in Rockford some of this racial injustice. And right now, as we speak, Leslie's actually outside of City Hall, and he's been out there for 120 days, him and 5 others. So the May 30th Alliance. So they're working hard to do it. You know, we've seen a lot of shirts and protests, but this is something that has to keep going on. You know, the Montgomery bus boycott took 381 days to achieve their goals. So I'm just trying to do whatever I can to bring some recognition to them. So, and then he's really the heart and soul of the project. I think it's the lyrics that he provides to it all that really, you know, kind of brings it to light and everything. So
yeah, it works well as a standalone film or music video.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's a great track, and it tells a great story. And I highly recommend it. Go watch that music video short slot, everyone, and watch for We Demand.
Yes. And then we'll have stuff ready to go for next year. So.
All right. Well, we sure are looking forward to having you back and bringing your kids up here.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And it's always a great time. I'll be getting in touch. In the meantime, be well, my friend. And thanks again for coming out. Nick Stange, everybody, Harlem High School.
Thank you. All right.
Give me a bump. There you go, buddy. All right. Okay, let's see where we're at here. Is Edie Barron out there anywhere? Or are we going to Edie? Are we going to go to... Are we going to Edie? Are we going to Lindsay? Where we go? There's Edie Barron. Hi, Edie. We need, I think we need a voice for Edie. I think we need a little volume. Give me the voice of the theater. Yeah, you're on mute, Edie. Hello. Click your mute button. Mute.
Ta-da!
There she is.
This is slightly different than Zoom, but I got it. Good to see you, man.
Nice to see you too.
How are you?
Lights on over there. I love it.
I have these lights on all year long. and you can, let me see if I move my head, you can see my drums on the wall.
Oh, yeah.
And my keyboard is behind me. You know what's so fun about Zooming so much is you get to see where people live. I love what you've done with your living room there, Greg.
Yeah, this is I'm full on into this, man. I am committed. And it's
awesome. You know, the first thing I want to say to you and the BIFF Board of Directors and your staff and all your volunteers is just a huge hand for figuring out a very creative way to keep BIFF going. This is so exciting. This is so wonderful. You're not taking the easy way out going, we can't do it. Let's take a year off. You know, I'm sure this is a lot more work because it's not the way you usually do things. So, you know, my hat goes off to you. I think it's wonderful that you're keeping this going. Good for you.
Well, thanks, Edie. Yeah, we and you're right that it's if we did it this way every year, it wouldn't be so much work. But it just there's so many unknowns, and so the decision-making process just slows down. And fortunately, we've got some good people on staff, and we've all been putting our heads together and coming up with ways to overcome this. So, and frankly, we got finished with our festival just before all the madness started. Yeah. So we've had a lot of time to watch other people, do this and see what works and maybe what doesn't. And so we're fingers crossed and hands are ringing, and we're going to get through it. And I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a real experiment. But
and I think people will really like it because it is so different. Plus, people seem to be so more sympathetic during this crazy COVID stuff that's been going on way too long, and people are getting into doing things a little bit differently.
Yeah, and like we talked about earlier today at the Rotary presentation that I did, that some of this stuff is probably going to may continue to go on into the future, regardless. I mean, the hybrid versions of this stuff, because there are real pluses to just being able to do stuff like this, for instance, like we're doing today.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's talk about what you're doing with BIFF. You saved the day for me. We thought we had lost our radio play, and all of a sudden, to the rescue comes Edie Barron and Stage One. Tell us about the experience of doing that in this.
I rode in on my white horse with my white hat. Well, it goes back to last year when I got to act in the BIFF radio play. We did Sunset Sunset Boulevard. Sunset Boulevard. There we go. And it was just so much fun. And of course, we were able to do it live. We did it at La Casa Grande. We had a big audience. And so I just told Mike Stahlsberg of Stage One, and that's a company that actually produces the radio play, if he needs any help this year. And I'm a stage director, so I volunteered to direct this year's radio play instead of auditioning for it. So we are doing The Postman Always Rings Twice. And it's going to be just incredible. We have Amanda Rodriguez playing Cora, the lead, and Shelton Tripp playing the male lead, Frank. And Mitch Kopnick plays Nick, Cora's husband. And Matt Johnson plays the DA, Sackett. And then we have Lady Esther, who is the producer, and she's the announcer, and she's played by Lexi Klein. We have sound effects, of course, by the Stage One radio players. And then music by Ben Johnston-Uri, Jacob Kopnick, and Mitch Kopnick, and Mike Stahlsberg of Stage One is producing it. So we're doing all our rehearsals on Zoom. I did all the auditions on Zoom, something I've never done before in all my decades of directing. But it's been working. The broadcast will be live from JPAC. We'll be doing that on Friday, the 26th.
So you guys are going to do it on the stage at JPAC.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The cast is so small that even with the musicians and sound effects, we can easily space people out on that stage, which is one reason we picked this particular script, because the cast was so small. So we're doing the live production from JPAC. And are you going to have any people in the audience? Are they going to have any... Very, very few. JPAC has been great. That JPAC has never closed down, which is, kudos to them. Once last April, whenever it was, that the state allowed us to start having people in, they have very, very small audiences, but they have kept programming going, local programming in particular. So good for them. So we'll have a very, very small audience. And it will be broadcast by WCLO, the radio station. This is a radio play, okay? So, but next year, of course, I look forward to live audience, different venue.
So will someone please film this so that we can actually see it afterwards, watch everybody do their parts and stuff?
Somehow that will happen, yes.
I think that'd be a nice touch. Because our audiences always enjoy being able to come there and watch you do it like they would in a studio back in the day. So, if you can do that, I'd love to see that and get that up on our website afterwards and share that with everybody.
We need to work that out, and we will. We will. We've been doing a lot of different live broadcasts from JPAC stage, so we know it's possible to do. So I don't know exactly which format it will be, but somehow it will happen. But, it's great to listen to in old-fashioned.
Come on, Edie. Come back. That happens. I see that happen on network stuff. I mean, major network stuff. So we're used to this. Edie Barron, my God, she's given so much to these communities over the years, and longtime executive director of the Beloit-Janesville Symphony. You're a treasure to the Fox River Valley, Edie, and thank you so much for for making it possible for us to continue this tradition of the radio play at BIFF every year. So I got to move on to my next. I'm behind sketch here, but thank you so much, everybody. Round of applause, Edie Barron. Post can always reach.
Thank you. Thank you.
26th. Okay, everybody, tune in.
All right.
CLO.
Yep.
And I want to say, I want to also mention quickly. Speaking of WCLO and Tim Bremmel, he is going to do his regular radio interview. He's going to bring his radio show, your talk show, to the airwaves on the morning of the 19th, and he'll be interviewing filmmakers just like he always does at BIFF. Except I think he'll be in his somewhere in his house doing it from there, because that's the way these things get done these days. So please tune in for that. Listen up for that. If you're a CLO follower, your talk show is a great way to start the day. Where are we at, Kristen? What do we got coming up next here? I think Shauna's somewhere in the area. Is that right? Shauna El Amin from the Downtown Beloit Association. That's what's on my list. She's not here yet. Okay. This is an opportunity, of course, for me to remind all of you that we will be doing drive-in movies this year at BIFF 2021. They said it couldn't be done. Well, it hasn't been done yet, but we are going to do it. I actually did technically a winter outdoor movie, a drive-in movie at a I can't remember the name of it. It's a wonderful little church up on Town Line Road. And we're going to talk about Materna next. That's right. I guess am I running short on time? I just wanted to mention that we believe that these dead of winter movies are going to be a real treat and a real fun time. There will even be a porta potty there for you. We're gonna have all the bells and whistles. So come on down and be part of that. The schedule's up on the website. It's also in this book. It's in this book right here. You can still get one of these down here tonight at 635 3rd Street in Beloit. Come on by and be part of the reveal parade. Okay. My director is telling me that we've got, Shauna's here. Thank God. Everyone's making it. Welcome, Shauna El Amin of the Downtown Beloit Association. Man, oh man, talk about somebody who brings life and light to the downtown of this city every year. The hardest working woman in show business, I think, in Beloit. And certainly a real, we're a real fan of her here at BIFF. Shauna El Amin, welcome to the show. Welcome to BIFF. And tell us a little bit about what's going on with the DBA. You guys have things going on downtown right now yourselves, right?
Yeah, we have our Winter Farmers Market going on every Saturday from 9 to noon at our office, 557 East Grand Avenue. We just moved last year, so if you haven't been in our office, it's a lot of fun there. We have vendors every week, and then we're just planning out the whole year, getting ready for everything that's going to be coming up. Hopefully, as things allow us to do more this year, we're excited.
Yeah, I mean, things have been a little dormant downtown. It's not the same city as it was before they started up, and I give it up to you guys, especially. Well, I know Crystal's moved on. She's I don't know where she went to, but I think she's still around here somewhere. But I've always been really impressed with the hard work that you and your staff put in to pull off big events like, the street dance, of course, and Holodazzle, and the wine walks, and the Fridays in the Park, the music series, and just on and on and on and on. And you're such a vital part to the vibe of the downtown. Do you also pick the music that plays out on the poles out on the street?
Yeah, we do that too. We do everything.
The vertical and the horizontal. And this year we were fortunate to have Shauna with us in the development of our programming, especially our drive-ins and what we're doing here tonight. Shauna was able to was willing to pitch in and help us get everything straight with the city and with permits and making sure that we were doing everything correctly. Stuff that I just tires out my poor brain. I can't take enough Prevagen, it's just like. And I just personally want to thank you for saving us so many steps in the process. And what we're hoping for is that that all of your members are going to benefit in some way from what we're trying to do. Tell me what's it like for your members? What are you hearing from your members now through this winter in the doldrums, and how are people feeling out there?
Yeah, right now is a little slow. It's the frozen tundra the last couple of days and stuff. So a little slow, but our restaurants are hanging in there. Valentine's Day and BIFF are coming up. And so we're hoping that that's going to bring a lot of traffic downtown. Our hotels are doing really good downtown. So that's great. Just making sure that there's something for people to do, which is a big part of what you guys do. So we're thankful for that. And you're still able to do what you're going to do. And so that's going to really help the downtown too.
Yeah. Putting on these things like for me, jumping through all the hoops and figuring out how to get things done. I spend a lot of time just watching movies, and I'm still learning how to write grants and all this stuff that goes along with this job. And then to be able to have someone in our corner that when I've got a question, you've just been so helpful and a good partner. And I'm hoping that we can partner on some more things. I know my fingers are crossed for this summer. I've got some ideas, and I'm looking forward to sharing them with you at some point. Once we get this festival over with, we can talk. But I'd love for BIFF and the DBA and everybody that's involved in what happens in downtown Beloit to be able to partner on things, and there's a lot of strength there. I think we've got a lot of talented people working for our entertainment toward our entertainment expectations in the community, and so I see a bright future for us, Shauna.
Yeah, and I hope one day, our office can be a film place. We want to host movies too. So hopefully we can do that in the future too.
You would have, if we'd have been on the street this year, you would have been our newest venue. And
we were looking forward to it. We had a whole concession stand area picked out and everything. We were ready.
Well, it will happen, and you will be a BIFF venue, and I'm really looking forward to it. So, stay warm. And I'll call you if I need anything. And
please
take advantage of our films. Spend some time watching some BIFF films, and just keep on, like you've been doing, spreading the BIFF word downtown and letting people know what's happening. Okay.
Yeah, if you want to drop off some programs to me, I'd be happy to have them out during the winter market. We get a lot of people coming in every Saturday, so bring me some programs.
I dropped off a couple posters for you on Saturday.
Yep, I got those up.
Beautiful. Everyone, Shauna El Amin, nice round of applause. Head of the Downtown Beloit Association, and glad to have her aboard. All right, we got a little bit more to do here. I think Lindsey Mitchell's coming back. Are we going to watch a clip? We're going to watch a clip of a film, little old film called Materna. So, Kristen.
When was the last time you spoke to your mom? You need to talk to her.
out of my mother.
Don't curse in front of my kid.
Right, cursing, because that's his problem.
What do you know about problems? I am never enough for you. I gave you everything.
What can I do?
You can love me.
You should
Stay
hear
right
some
where
of
you
the
are.
things he was saying to me
There's
upstairs.
no
Seriously.
problem with my son. There is
Seriously.
nothing wrong
What
with
do you
my
have
son.
him reading? Mein Kampf? Get out! Now!
Kind of takes your breath away. Hi, Lindsay.
I want to know. Hi. I want to know what you liked about this film because I bet it's something completely different than what I liked. There's no way we like the same thing. So I need to know what you liked.
I just thought that all four stories were really super powerful. They all had a certain magic about them. I particularly liked the fact that every cast member in this is just outstanding. I mean, it's such a good cast. I thought that the stories were all compelling. I liked the twist part of it. And I liked the fact that it had some, what I call knowns in it. Rory Culkin, I believe, has been in one of a BIFF film from a couple of years ago. And Sturgill Simpson is a really well-known sort of country rock musician. So I was kind of curious to see those faces up on the screen. But I just felt every aspect of the filmmaking of this was wonderful. The screenwriting, the writing, I mean, it just, from top to bottom, everything was just so well done. And then beyond that, and I don't want to give away anything to the people, but and it's not a whole lot like this, but it reminds me of like the Robert Altman Shortcuts kind of vibe, where you've got intersecting stories and you learn about these people and that person and these people and that person, but there's this one incident or this one thing that sort of brings all their stories together. And I think that's I like that kind of film. So that's where it was at for me. Why don't you tell me what you found so fascinating about this film?
Okay. Yeah. As a female film watcher, of a certain age, I'm definitely not 20 anymore. I'm like, two 20-year-olds at this point. It's hard to find yourself represented in film in a way that's not defined by your relationship to a man. So it was really nice to see these women who had these rich inner lives. They weren't some kind of trope. They weren't, wearing revealing clothing, but somehow unaware that they were beautiful. And they weren't, it's not the scientist lady with the glasses who takes them off and lets her hair down and suddenly she's sexy. They were just these women with real faces and real bodies and real thought going on behind their eyes. And it made this film so deep for me. I wasn't just watching what was happening on the screen. I was experiencing things that had happened in my own life that were similar. And the director and the rest of his staff had enough trust in the audience to let you draw your own picture that way. They didn't really hammer it into you like, this is what happened and this is how they felt about it. It was like you could bring yourself into that film and have your own experience with it. And I liked that level of trust. That was great. It almost let you make the film kind of yours.
Yeah,
and that was really good.
It is all female stories. I mean, the men in these stories are all just a part of the story, but it's about these four women that are, well, they seem very powerful to me coming off the screen. And each of these stories is intense. each one of them has its own individual intensity. And I just, you know, it was a film that after I saw it, it stayed with me for days afterward. And like I said, I don't want to go into too deeply into the you know, the whole way the twists and turns of the story. I wanted it to be a fresh experience for our film goers. But yeah, as you know, there's always one of those that films for me, and I'm not saying you know, the awards for this festival aren't just up to me, but this is one that I know is a finalist. And well, I think you saw, you probably noticed on the screen, there were a whole bunch of laurels up there at the end of the trailer, and it's done quite well out on the festival trail. And we're so lucky to have films like this coming to BIFF. I've been here since the beginning. I've seen some things. We are in a ascendancy here, film-wise, and this is one of them. So I highly recommend, if you only see one film this year at BIFF, I recommend Materna. So, anything else to add to that one, or do you have any parting thoughts here as we step into the next phase of BIFF, which is actually the festival?
No, but I'm so excited for this. This is fantastic.
Well, we are lucky to have you as well, and I'm looking forward to years and years of Lindsey Mitchell with BIFF. There's
I'll be here.
A home here for you. And Lindsey just works right upstairs from us. I'm telling you, this place we work in is amazing. There's so much synergy going on here. And you work upstairs at Comply?
At Comply, yep.
And yeah, so this is how it works. This is the magic that happens. So enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you for taking the time out to be with us and add to our program, Lindsey. Lindsey Mitchell, everybody. Okay, I'm already over time. Thank you to everyone out there who tuned in, and especially to those of you who got in your cars and drove down here and participated in our little drive-through experiment. We know it's going to be a different kind of festival, but it's going to have value and probably have some things that we've never, you know, that some really great things that probably wouldn't have been part of the festival if we weren't in the straits that we're in. So let's be positive. Let's go forward and just take it as it comes and enjoy this fresh new Beloit International Film Festival for 2021. We've got more things coming your way. As I mentioned, tune in on the 17th for our How to BIFF, 6 p.m. Check for the link at beloitfilmfest.org. We have so much good stuff. And before we go, I just want to say thank you to Kristen Peterson-Kazubowski, who has herself been working with BIFF on and off for years and years since she got out of film school. And fine filmmaker in her own right, and both her husband Marty, she and her husband Marty have been doing mighty things to help us prepare for BIFF 2021. And frankly, I'm just so impressed with what Kristen was able to put together for us tonight to give us a little bit of coolness to our presentation. So thank you, Kristen. We love you, Kristen. And we'll see you soon. And we'll see you all soon up on the airwaves, watching BIFF movies. Be interactive. Watch for us. We're going to be popping up with some other shows, too. I'm going to be doing a 7 o'clock in the evening program on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of the festival, like a little early evening with Greg Girard kind of program to fill you in on what's happening with the festival. So stay tuned. Go BIFF or go home. That doesn't work because you're going to go home and go BIFF. That's what it is this year. Go home and go BIFF. All right? Thank you, everybody. We love you. Stay with us.